Our wastewater treatment plant and natural gas system sustained some damage, but continued to be functional throughout the crisis.
When it did flood in September of 1999, our facilities were not affected in this particular area. And because of that, our staff was able to assist the other departments who heroically responded to the challenges that were created by the September 1999 flood.
Our main jobs here were going to be to protect the viability of the plant and protect as much equipment as we could. So we got looking around. We didn't even have sandbags here. We weren't prepared for it. But in our crew room, we had pants and shirts and coveralls, and we started cutting sleeves out and digging sand at the old plant. One thing that we were blessed with here, the water came up high places we've never seen, but we did have a few patches of dry land here, so that was much better than a lot of folks.
Greenville Utilities suffered nearly $8 million in damage. We lost 77 vehicles, about 40% of our fleet. 10 of our major facilities suffered damage. The operations center had to be completely renovated, so about 175 employees were without offices for 6 months. In addition, 32 of our employees lost their homes, and 55 lost personal vehicles.
My family was still in. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, so I went, like I said, I went out to work. We worked all that night, and but before all that happened, a couple guys from the plant brought their cars to my house to leave them, because that was the only dry place it was. And they was working. And after I came in and went to work, I think we ended up getting back off later on that day, probably 2 or 3 o'clock, and the water was real bad then, and they were still there. So, but it wasn't inside of my house. And at that time, I went back out to work, and one of the guys that worked with me, Curtis Dixon, was getting off at the time later on that day. And when he got to my house, it was getting bad. And my family rode out with him, and he carried them to Welcome Middle School. That's where he dropped them off at. And that's pretty much where they stayed at for probably 2 weeks. I didn't hear from them or see them for about 2 weeks.
After the flood, we had to move our office to the main office, and we worked out of the conference room on the 3rd floor. We had a restoration company to help us to dry our files out, and then from there we had to make copies of everything, and that was from thousands of records from our applications, our general files, our employee files, spreadsheets and reports that we kept. We had to make copies of all of that and just rebuild from there. And we were at the main office for a few months before we could move back to our location on Mumford Road.
One specific memory I have of Hurricane Floyd is probably something nobody's thinking about, but at the time it was very real to us in customer services. We were in the process of converting our billing system. And as you're converting a billing system, it's a 2-year project. We were rounding third base coming home, and then Hurricane Floyd hit. And when Hurricane Floyd hit, obviously there were a lot of customers, over 5,000 customers who lost their homes. And what that meant to us is we had to close those accounts. And so there were a lot of unsung heroes in the billing department, in customer service, in the meter department, who worked very hard behind the scenes to close all those service orders so the conversion would go off without a hitch, and I'm happy to say that was the case. So, something that a lot of people probably don't think about in Hurricane Floyd that's really real to my heart is the fact that those folks worked very hard to make sure that the conversion happened.
During renovations, Greenville Utilities leased office space at PaperPack for about 6 months. Employees finally moved into the newly renovated Operations Center in April of 2000. One of the most positive effects of this experience was the emotional bond formed between GUC and its customers. The support we had from the community was just overwhelming. Their words of encouragement sustained us and gave us strength to continue. We received hundreds of cards and letters expressing appreciation and thanks for our superhuman efforts. Some scribbled notes on their bills. Our employees were applauded when they went in restaurants. People fought back tears as they tried to express their appreciation for all that we did.
There are not enough words in this dictionary or in any dictionary to thank you for the efforts that all of you gave during the flooding after Hurricane Floyd. Your heroic efforts, your ingenuity is just unbelievable, and we owe you such a tremendous thanks. I wrote a letter during the flood to the Greenville Utilities office in which I called you employees of Greenville Utilities heroes, but I didn't get it quite right because you're far more than heroes. You're superheroes. Thank you so very much for all you gave to our community.
Looking back, we can see that this experience strengthened us. It made us wiser. As an organization, we will never be the same because now we know that it can happen to us. We're fortunate that we haven't been faced with a similar crisis since that time, but tomorrow may bring even greater challenges. We need to be prepared for whatever the future holds.